Episode 7 Wooalog, where it all started. Hello Cubs, and welcome back to another episode of Cubslog. First, we want to thank you once again for all the love and support you gave to our special 4th debut anniversary episode. It was such a meaningful project, and it became so beautiful thanks to your heartfelt submissions.
And in fact, Wooalog is what inspired us to create Cubslog in the first place. Today we're taking things a little lighter, but no less special. This episode is all about Wooalog. Wooalog was the podcast Woojin started at the very beginning of his solo journey.
Wooalog wasn't just a podcast. For Cubs, it felt like a small, quiet corner where Woojin sat down and shared his thoughts. It gave us comfort, encouragement, and warmth.
Hi Cubs. I really appreciate Wooalog concept. First, because it was some kind of proximity we had with Woojin, sharing ideas, feelings, solutions, and laughing so much sometimes. It was like we had a brother, a friend. He was part of our life, taking care, worrying about our troubles, and even suggest how to fix some hard conflicts with the good attitude, the good words. It was all about his life philosophy. He had this delicate way to ease the pain, talking about his own experiences and how he handled some life issues. We could find ourselves in others' beautiful stories or bad times they were struggling with, and it was so cool to comment with opinions, advices, reinforcing this Cubs' emerging family bond. His voice was the main pleasure, of course, but his heart was behind, and we could feel the pleasure he had and how involved and careful he was. My favorite Wooalog are number 1, his favorite Korean words. Second, the meaning of his name in Korean. 3, his wish to travel through times in a time machine. 4, his funny fairy episode. I really liked it. 5, the Korean zodiac signs and the sweet details about his birth date. 6, his beautiful lullaby, a cover of Take Me to the Moon. Oh Lord, he really took me to the moon. Heaven and so many other places this day. It was beautiful. He also talked about his struggles to sleep at night. It's not easy for him sometimes. And the last one, 7, is his last cover of Waving Through a Window from the musical Dear Evan Hansen, a pure masterpiece. Yeah, he's incredible, he's fantastic, he's the best, simply. Okay, I really want a new season of Wooalog for one reason, because it's a perfect way to know about Woojin, to know him better, because it's not easy to give advice to people. We are different. We have different religions, lifestyle, educations, and it's interesting to have Woojin's judgments just by listening his advices. The way he handles life issues helps to understand what kind of man he is, what kind of education he received. And it's really interesting. It's a very interesting aspect of Wooalog. We can dive in his personality, the true Woojin. So I'm looking forward for more for this reason, to know him better, more and more. Voila, I hope our family will grow and grow and will never stop growing. The more we are, the better. You know that. So take good care of you, Cubs. I love you.
Woologs are my safe space, my escape from bad days, my therapy even. It's one of the things that pulled my interest and love for Woojin more, because when I saw Woologs I thought, Wow, this artist really loves his fans so much, and it is so dedicated that he has a whole series to talk to them. How sweet. I always wonder, listening to his voice, that how he does sound so mellow, gentle, and relaxing. I think it's just all his beauty in recorded in audio. And it all makes sense why this series makes me feel the way it does. From the start, I will listen to one episode every night, and it will relieve from tiredness of the day and ready me for the next day. I looked through all the Woologs, and I still can't decide which one is my favorite. So I settled on talking about the first Woolog episode, which talks about the word first. Reminds him of, and he tells about the time he was 7. He wanted to save his money, so he took his very heavy piggy bank in a plastic bag and put the notes in his purse. When he got to the bank, he noticed that he lost his purse. He was so focused on the heavy piggy bank that he didn't notice his purse going missing, and he cried all the way home. And when he was 6, he would practice singing the song Love Leaves Its Scent, and he would try his best to sing the English line even though he didn't know the language. It marked the first moment he fell in love with singing. All these little stories of his life make me more and more fond of him, and it's an example of how little moments can be such big foundations of one's life. The messages along with these stories he adds are very beautiful and impactful. In the future, I would love to see him talk about his experiences in military, how it was to live with little contact with internet and all the moments he is spending there. I would also like if he ever did an episode in which he tries to do the entire episode speaking in his adorable broken English. But genuinely, I would love to hear him talk about whatever he wants to talk about with us again.
Choosing only one favorite episode of Wooalog is not an easy thing to do. Every episode is very unique and special. Whether it offers a glimpse into Woojin's mind and thoughts, his recommendations of music or literature, him giving advice to specific topics, or simply him telling a story to Cubs, each episode is unique and beautiful and offers a lot of comfort. To me, the episodes in which he gives advice to someone's questions or concerns are especially valuable. The episode I want to talk about today is the one in which a cop asked advice regarding her body dysmorphic disorder. She sent a message to him asking for advice to be able to live healthier, since she had suffered a lot by constantly comparing herself to her friends and trying to lose weight in order to feel better about herself. It is very clear that Woojin put a lot of thought into his advice about this very serious topic. He made sure to handle the situation with a lot of care, and while being quite straightforward, he is also incredibly gentle and free of any judgment in his words. He explained that it is a stereotype to believe being skinny means to be beautiful, because instead of improving yourself, you are actually rather harming yourself by doing so. Woojin made sure to encourage his fans that instead of following harmful stereotypes and practices like excessive dieting, you should focus on living an overall healthy life, taking care of your body and mind, and by doing so, improving your feeling of self-worth is the better approach. This advice is so valuable to me because sometimes we are forced into situations in which people from outside will judge us for our looks, our weight, or for what and how much we eat, and how we look in our own bodies. Oftentimes, these judgments can be cruel and lead to a feeling of low self-esteem. Because of that, it can be so encouraging to hear words of kindness, words that truly embrace you for who you are and that confirm that what truly matters is what is inside your heart, as well as how you treat the people around you. I am very proud of Woojin for having such a healthy and wholesome mindset in regards to food, body, and mental health. I'm grateful to him for encouraging cops to be aware of these things, to value themselves as people much more than to care about what people say about their looks. He gives us the courage to stand up for our own health and well-being, and this gift is one of the biggest he could have given us in a world that often values superficial things more than what makes a person truly unique and beautiful. This episode made me fall in love with Woojin even more, because once again I realized how much he cares about the people in his life. He truly cares about and loves his fans and wants to make sure that we are feeling valued and treasured by him. Wooalog is a gift from Woojin to Cubs, which is more than just entertainment. It shows how Woojin looks at the world, and it also gives him the opportunity to share his values and ideas with Cubs. If Woojin decides after his military service to bring back Wooalog, it would be amazing, and I'm sure there would be a lot of topics that he could still cover with it. But if he doesn't, I'm sure he'll find another way to convey his love and support to his fans. Whether he will continue the series or not, the many episodes we already got from him will not disappear, and can be a constant reminder for his love for us. Beside the other episode I already talked about before, I wanted to quickly add the small and sweet one that we got recently, because talking about only one episode simply isn't enough when it comes to Wooalog. After a long break, it was so lovely to have Wooalog back. When Woojin created a trip with cops to Jeju Island for one of the recent episodes, I felt so much happiness listening to it. It was such a simple idea, but it truly made me happy. The amount of thoughts and care he put into his little imaginary journey with us made me smile through the entire video. It was clear that he truly put a lot of thought into all of the details. The places he wanted to show us, the food and drinks he recommended and planned for us were so touching. Even though it was just a little video that took a few minutes, I could clearly see the whole journey playing out in my mind, and it was such a sweet gift that really made my day. To me, Wooalog is always so interesting because it lets us see how Woojin's mind works, the things he wants to show cops, and the effort he puts into creating valuable content just for us. Thank you for putting a smile on my face and for making me feel seen and loved, dear Woojini.
Hello, I have a lot to share, I hope it's okay. Wooalog is like a bedtime story for me. Listening to Woojin's voice at night helps me to have a comfortable sleep. His stories help me to get to know him better, the side of him that you don't see when he is in front of the camera. I learned a lot about his personality through most of the episodes of Wooalog, mainly the first few episodes on season 1. It made me feel all sorts of emotions, like comfort, joy, happiness, excitement, respect and admiration. Wooalog helped me to have a different perspective in life. It made me realize that I am similar to a lot of people who can be lonely too, and sometimes we need to hear some encouraging words from the people that are important to us, like our family, friends, and of course Woojin through his podcast. I love Wooalog. It is my therapy, especially when I'm having a hard time in life. Woojin's voice and wise advice heals my heart and soul. Thank you, Woojin, for doing this podcast that is available on your YouTube channel. Alongside your Woovlog, getting to know you, Woojin, is one of my daily dose of happiness. I have 3 favorite episodes: The Beauty in Your Daily Life, Travel is to be Nobody, Butterfly Effect.
Particular quotes that stayed with me are the following words. Pretty upon close look, a verse from the poem Wildflower. Life is beautiful because I am there to find that beauty, a phrase from a book. The true journey isn't seeing new landscapes, but closing your new eye. Woojin is such a poet and I didn't know it. Travel is to be nobody. I like this episode because I like to travel myself, and Woojin's perspective made me realize a lot of things. I get to enjoy traveling because I tend to have a me time, an opportunity to pamper yourself and to do things freely that you want to do. Woojin said the phrase travel is to be nobody is from a book by Kim Yong-ha. It states that when you are a traveler, you arrive in a strange place. You are not a specific being that is a somebody. You lose everything that you're socially responsible for, like the situation you're in, your job, your status, and your personality. No matter what the traveler thinks of himself, he is nothing but a nobody. A nameless traveler, isn't it great? Woojin exclaims. He said, think of yourself as nobody when you travel. It's enough to think about and worry about yourself in your daily life. It would be a more comfortable trip. Woojin couldn't be more right, cause you just need to think of your accommodation, where to eat, and your desired destination, plus any extras that come along the way. The little surprises that make good memories as you have a wonderful experience, learning from everyone you meet, and seeing places that you only read in books have now become a reality as you travel there.
Butterfly effect. The concept of a butterfly flapping its wings can cause a typhoon. This episode is special to me because Woojin tried to remember when he started to like singing. So he starts his story about his childhood memories when he was in his preschool years. He went with his father's gatherings to visit valleys and mountains, and to get there they hired a bus. He sang for the adults in the bus. He remembered the song he sang was Azalea by Maya or Tindaleekot. They loved his singing and gave him compliments and pocket money. This is when he felt joyful and realized that people enjoy listening to him singing.
Then he joined the choir in elementary school. In high school, for his exam, he played the guitar and passed. He was the only one who played a musical instrument. He thought, as my careless actions I took in the past made the current me. Woojin further stated that it makes me believe that depending on what decision I make and how I react to it will change my future. I strongly think that I should make the best out of everything, every day, and be cautious when making a decision for every single moment. Woojin's wise words that he continues to follow to his very day. He is definitely good at making life's decisions. He taught me that whatever decision that we do today will make a difference in our future. Woojin is so matured and so wise for his age. He has an excellent view of the real world. He inspires me to be better and to follow his lead with his view in life. What an amazing person he is.
In the future, I definitely like Wooalog to continue because it helps us to connect with one another. Idol-fan relationship through the Don't Worry segment, where Cubs email Woojin to ask for advice, and some Cubs in the comments give their advice as well. We see how wise and matured Woojin is in giving practical and reasonable advice. His wisdom is supported by his experiences and books that he likes to read. He really makes me admire him even more.
The topics that I would like to hear from him in the future are stories about his relationship with his family, if he's allowed to share them, how he's loved as the magne in their house, what are his daily routines when he works, and what does he do on his free time or day off. Can he share his experiences when he travels to different cities, before and after his concert? What are the foods he looks forward to eat in different countries? Is he more of a savory or sweet type of person, or both? Does he like to go shopping for branded clothes or anything that is comfortable, even though it is not signature clothes? I want to know how he makes friends. Is he the one who initiates the conversation, or he waits for the person to approach him? Does Woojin like to collect stuff? And if yes, then what kind of stuff? Does he believe in superstition? Does Woojin have any personal goals that he has not achieved yet? All of these and more are lingering in my mind. Hopefully some of it will be the topic in his Wooalog in the future.
I want to talk about Wooalog that helped me through a specific time. It's My Cat Crossed the Rainbow Bridge. I didn't know how to deal with the pain until my friend suggested to rewatch this episode. I watch every Wooalog and each one is very special to me. I like how Woojin can empathize with the emotions of others. I always feel that his words are sincere and he really cared about hearing the Cub stories. I lost my soulmate out of blue and I wasn't even home at that time, so the girl hunted me for a very long time. But when Woojin said that someday I will overcome the sorrow, and I heard him say to the Cub that her cat knew how much she loved her, suddenly I could finally breathe. Of course, the pain didn't go away immediately at that moment, but Woojin was right, that time truly heals, and one day I will cherish our memories together. I still miss my cat, but the memories are always makes me happy. I will always be grateful for Wooalog. Woojin really cares about his cubs, and I'm really, really proud that he's my idol.
There are so many Wooalog episodes I love. I can't even name them all. So for our Cubslog, I want to mention Woojin's longest episode of Wooalog. It's the exciting spring that we are together, a special visual radio. It's a very heartwarming and sweet episode, and you can watch Woojin while he records it. The main topic is spring and love. He reads a love letter that was sent about 100 years ago. He reads a cute story, Q&A quiz, talks about his love for cubs, gives advice on how to come closer to your crush. The whole time he's just lovely, and I highly recommend it.
Each episode of Wooalog carried little treasures, words that stayed with us, moments that made us laugh, or stories that felt personal and close.
Wooalog was where it all began, and until the day we hear Woojin's voice in Wooalog again, Cubslog will continue to be our place of connection.
We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, this has been Cubslog.
더 높이 날아 더 멀리 날아
Noi ti aspetteremo.
Ciso Kumela.
Te esperaremos.
Nous allons t'attendre.
On t'attendra.
Nós vamos esperar por ti.
Vamos esperar por você. Seu fã futuro.
私たちはあなたを待っています。
Sinipekli Chase.
Hihintayin ka namin.
Wir werden auf dich warten.